William. Stop bleeding. Hold on. Yeah.
Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the house Bill Yeoman and Andre Ware built, home to the Houston Cougars, where the fans are ready for liftoff. Today, a battle in the Lone Star State, and when you play another team from Texas, it just feels a little bit bigger. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Red Raiders will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cougars offense is on the field for the first time today. When this guy comes onto the field, David, he seems to bring the it factor with him.
So much fun as a play caller to have a guy you depend on, you trust. You know, Palmer, you're going to get the best out of this young man.
He's also one of those guys, David, who just elevates everybody else around him, right? All 10 guys in that huddle offensively just seem to play better knowing they've got confidence in this guy.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Leaves it with the back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Quick pass on the fly motion. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
And the Cougars will have it 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run.
You just ran right past him.
Backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot, you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. The Red Raiders offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Looking to pass on second down. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
You'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Firing to the right, complete. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
And this offense is searching, man. They're trying to find something. Last week, they did nothing. They got nothing going. Looked really, really poor. This week, starting a little sluggish. They got to find something they can hang their hat on and something they can build off of for this offense.
Hand off from the shotgun. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the 1st down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
You see more and more of this in college football. They handed off in the jet sweep on short yardage. This time the defense was not fooled at all. They were locked in, get the receiver to the ground. No 1st down for you.
Really nice 1st down run. And you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can catch the football. He can block. This guy can do it all.
Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. From the gun, the running back has it. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Red Raiders in the hurry up. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver shows motion. He wants to pass it on second down. Makes his connection. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that's a great job by this defense. You don't care about yards anymore. Yards are arbitrary. Let them drive down the field, so be it. You want to keep touchdowns off the board, and they might have just done that with a sack right there.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Between the uprights, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
I don't know why
and he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Trying the left side. Across the 25, he's got room. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Got his man on the right. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Cougars are moving quickly down the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Got it inside the 15. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Cougars will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Motion from the offense. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And the Cougars want to move quickly. They'll try to run for it. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
That is how it's done on 3rd down. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. He got it. And guys, that 3-ball has us all tied up here in the second. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Looking for blockers. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball quick. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Wants to throw on second down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Looking to throw on third. Fires it. He's got an open man. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for us. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Red Raiders will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Just put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
Got the back over the middle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Fires to the right. Got his man. Still on his feet at the 45. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
And I just love love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting it.
Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Inside the 50, the 30, the 20, the 10. He just sets sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a 2-point return. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Fielded in the end zone, it's John. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Just 9 seconds to go in the half. Let's see if they try to get another one. Out of the gun to give to the back. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to start the second half. Houston will kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's John. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
I agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
He'll field the punt and take it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to get the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles into the ground. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the option. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Houston going up tempo. Bully ball on 3rd and short. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Got it in the middle, it's Velasquez. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Houston trying to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's caught! Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The two-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. He'll bring it out. It's John. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Creates a little space. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. No huddle here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Got his man quickly. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Set up for second and short after that completion.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
Gets away from one. He's got space. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. The Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Penn State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up 14 over Iowa. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll try the run. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They want to run it left here. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, running back on the move. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The run to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All third downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
The run from the shotgun. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
On the option. Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Leaves it with the running back. He breaks a tackle. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Quarterback checking the play. They'll ride the hot hand. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you can tell they got on the...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougar. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And the Red Raiders want to crank the tempo.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
They're going to throw it again. Fires to the tight end. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. And that pass picked off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42. All wideouts, no backs. He's going to pass. He's looking deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Man, that is a huge missed opportunity for this offense. When big plays like that present themselves, you have got to hit them. Receiver did a great job with his route.
He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. And once he found open space, the fans might as well start playing. They push out this lead in the fourth quarter, and it might be enough to give them that elusive second win of the season. He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're just about ready to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know,
hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. The 30, the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
Let's get weird. This is exactly what they needed. They needed something to happen. Down 2 possessions, fourth quarter, got to make it happen. Onside kick team comes through.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On second down, just keeps firing. It's complete to the right. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops to throw. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. And the third down pass is incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, you're going to have time to throw.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. First down here for the offense. Going downfield for the big play. And it's caught inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cougar! As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach.
Throw to the end zone, picked off. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
His defensive linemen have kids in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. This time on target. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not.
And that pass is intercepted. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. He's looking to throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job on this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Yo, what game y'all on?
Playing my league game right now.